Welcome to another episode. Let's talk about it. Squeeze.
Big
EJ.
Today we're gonna talk about something that I've been thinking about, like something we just randomly came across. When we compare eras, y'all eras in the '90s, like we always do, until now, who has more stars? I mean, because if you wanna, if we talk about the '90s, from 1990 to '99,
right?
And let's say we do from now, so give me a range, probably 2011 till now, so 2021,
right,
10-year range.
Yeah, about 10-year range.
Let's do a 10-year range.
All right.
Who has the most stars? Now I'm going with today's era.
Of course you are.
Right.
Easy, makes sense. I'm going with today's era.
Right.
And the reason I'm going with today's era is because with the stars that we have, they're legit stars. We have a lot of one-on-ones. You guys don't got a lot of one-on-ones. Like a lot of dudes we never seen before. You guys have never seen a Giannis. You never seen a LeBron. You never seen a Steph. There's so many dudes that we got. Y'all never seen a Russ.
What is he talking about?
I know. Let him go. He running on.
Name me a dude that averaged 4 triple doubles in 4 straight years. I'll wait. Okay. Y'all don't got nobody like Giannis. Y'all don't got a KD, a dude 7'1" that can shoot from 30 and can dribble. Y'all don't got one-on-ones. You don't got a KD. Y'all know y'all don't got no KDs. Y'all know y'all don't got no Bronze. Y'all know y'all got. These dudes I named, y'all know y'all don't got ones. Y'all don't got a Giannis either.
See, he want to go with the two.
And I ain't even done. I got Dame who can shoot from the logo. Y'all ain't got one of those either.
Anyway, like I said, he want to go with his.
I got the best handles of all time in Kyrie. Y'all don't got that either.
What? Rod Strickland?
He ain't better handles than Kyrie. I don't want to hear it.
What?
He's not a better scorer than Kyrie.
What? He tore Kyrie.
But either way, I'm not even gonna go there. See, for me,
No, damn well he ain't a better offensive player.
I'm not. But
no, damn well.
For me, when it came to this topic, I looked at the landscape like this. If you're going to be considered a star in this league, where you are part of a franchise, is your name attached to a franchise? And if you're attached to the franchise, are you cemented in that franchise for what you did for that franchise? On top of that, did your game change or have an impact on how the NBA is played today? That's another criteria I looked at for the superstar. And on top of it, and then when you go, and I went through all of that.
That's not fair though.
Yes it is. If you gonna tell me I ain't never seen a Steph or whatever, then that means that's the same thing going back into the '90s, where certain players who affected the game back then is the reason why you got a Steph, the reason why you got a Durant. The reason
You
why
saying he was alive first though? That don't mean an era. If that's the case, then the '80s can do that.
It's not about lives. It's about the style of the game. Everybody's talking about right now how Steph changed the game to where now you're gonna have dudes coming in trying to do what Steph does. That's why Dame upped his game and started shooting from the logo because of what Steph doing. So what I'm saying is,
nobody from your era just couldn't brought that in.
No, not the logo, but I'm talking about they impacted the game, impacted the NBA to the point to where now the reason why we got what we got now. That's the type of player I was looking at when I consider stars. Was your, like I said, your name attached to an era? Was your name attached to impact in the league? Was you a consistent star on your team? And the reason why I picked the '90s is not so much just because that's the era I grew up in, but because in this generation, for me, I feel like a lot of people who could be stars are diminished because you got so many people playing together now.
Yeah.
You got way too many,
Nobody has their own team.
Right, they got their own team, they don't got their own time, right? You got too many dudes that playing together and they're, to me that's diminishing who they possibly be if they was on their own.
Right. No, also, a thing I noticed too, like doing research, is that during our era, you had multiple guys winning awards like MVP, different defensive player of the year, to where this era is only like 2 or 3 guys winning the same awards
over and over again.
Over and over.
You know what I mean? Right.
To where it was more,
it was more spaced out. You had more everybody's more versatile, more diversity in that.
That's another thing that I noticed.
So I'm going with the '90s based off of that. It's not just because that's the era I grew up in, but just based off of the fact that I look at the landscape like this generation, like with the Hardens teaming up with the Kyries and the Durants, the Stephs teaming up with the Durants. Like you got.
Put that in context, please.
It's not about.
No. Because you brought that point up. All the dudes that I'm naming been stars before they teamed up. They were already cemented. They already cemented. Steph was already cemented. Bron was already cemented. KD was already cemented. Harden was already cemented. All these dudes already been cemented. Dame already been cemented before they all teamed up. They was already one of the best players ever played the game. These dudes ain't team up as soon as they came in. But let's get back to it. Y'all said who got more stars. I ain't even finished listening off the stars. We got Nikola Jokic. Y'all don't got no big men that damn near can average a triple-double in the season. Y'all didn't have one. I don't want to hear it. We got one-on-ones, man. We got dudes who just ain't do this before, man.
You gotta realize, like you said, the game's changed though. The floor is more open.
No, it's skill. It's skill. Y'all dudes couldn't pass like that. Y'all centers couldn't pass like Jokic.
What?
Y'all could.
Hakeem was in the top 5 and
But
6
he can't pass like Jokic. Jokic could give you 8 assists for every year after. Hakeem didn't do that.
I don't care how fancy it is.
No, I'm talking about. Did Hakeem do that? Can y'all list off Hakeem's assists? He didn't do that. Y'all know this. We ain't gotta say what he could do. He ain't do it. He ain't do it. He ain't average 8 assists.
Shaq was good with assists.
You know he didn't. Look it up right now. You know he did not average 8 assists consistently. Hakeem, you know he did.
For his career or what season? Because he did it for a season.
I said seasons.
Jokic ain't doing that for seasons.
Jokic is 7 and 8 almost every year.
He ain't doing that for seasons. He's
I
doing
just
it
said
for
almost
2 years. He did it for 2 years.
3 years.
2 years.
And he's going to continue to do it.
No, he's not.
Come on, you know he's going to continue to do it.
You can't get me on projections of somebody's career because an injury.
He's been doing it.
An injury will torpedo that in a minute.
I mean, if an injury, then he ain't on anybody. Injury will stop anything. That's going to stop his scoring.
So you can't give me projections. That's what I'm saying. You got to go with what
What's
they
the
doing.
He only get 8, but he averaged close to 5 or 6 per year, and that's Weber.
Oh yeah, Weber had assists.
He was a great passer.
Yeah, Weber had assists as well.
Body D-Bots.
They ain't Jokic. And Vadi ain't adding y'all star thing. He ain't.
No, Vadi ain't.
And I told y'all who
So you said big man.
I said he could do almost every triple double. Vladi couldn't. I'm talking about that could do that. Vladi couldn't do it. Weber couldn't do
Game's
it.
changed, like you said.
I'm talking about skill though. That's
No.
skill.
No, if they were back then, they wouldn't be averaging what they're averaging now. You already know this. Jokic
On
was
what?
not.
He won't average what?
He won't average what he's averaging.
What won't he average?
He won't assists and rebounds.
Assists and rebounds.
He will not average that.
The systems change. First of all, the reason why he's getting the assist now, if you want to go do this whole everything, the first reason why he's getting the assistant and everything is like you said, like you always talk about when it comes to certain arguments about players. The game's change. The style, the way the players are playing, change. Like you talked about with Westbrook with the rebounds, the game changed to where it is.
The floor is wide open.
Well, the floor is wide open. You got the green light to shoot more shots before. Where before back in the day, you wasn't shooting shots. Now you want to go over the fact that this generation needs 3 points to score 40 and 50 points a game. When Mike and them was doing it just based off the deuces.
But your people from your era have admitted that players now have more skill. Like it's not we just pulling out the hat. They admitted it. They know. Everyone in the world knows that players now have more skill. They know that. Like it's no
more skill than doing what you're doing based off the style, the way the game has changed. It's
right. No, more skill. Like they can do things that you guys in your era.
They said that about our era too. That's the difference. That's why I don't take too much credit.
No. But it's people from your era saying it.
And there was people in that era saying the same stupid thing. That's my point. I didn't take their credence to that because
if people that played in the era saying no, these players are more skilled than we were. That's a thing. So who are these stars y'all got? No, I want to list them. List them off for me.
What the stars I got? All right, now technically. I shouldn't even have to run off the top what 10, 15, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Run them off.
You gotta know Mike, Scotty, O'Neal, Pat, Morton, Charles, Malone, Stockman, Mutombo, Grant Hill.
Hold on, Mutombo.
What? Mutombo?
On this list I'm talking about?
The defensive player.
How many times
he got defensive player of the year? The only person to do it 4 times consecutively? No.
I'm just talking about levels. You know, people on my list are like MVPs and like Finals MVPs.
Not everybody on the list is an MVP or Finals.
Not
everybody on the list is an
MVP. No. I'm talking about potential MVP talents ranked in the top 5 MVP votings. Players that have done these things. Mutombo ain't on that. Come on, man, stop.
You ain't got that.
Mutombo not even top 20 in that era. Don't even lie. Exactly.
Huh?
Mutombo's not top 20 out of everybody. If he's in your top 20 of players that played in that era, then it's over. I win.
I'm going back to the list. Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, Chris Webber, Tim Duncan, David Robinson. Then when it
Clyde
Drexler, and I'm putting
Sean Kemp.
I already said Kemp. And I'm putting Dennis in there too. And I still got 3 others I'm not even gonna name up unless I have to. But I'm putting Dennis in there too. Dennis Rodman.
Right, and that's just the top. That's like the tier 1.
That's like that's your championships, your finals run,
that's
your
MVP.
That's
right. You want to keep going? You got Hardaway, Stock on what? Rod Strickland, Mitch Richmond,
not a star.
Kevin Johnson,
who's not star?
No,
Chris Mullin.
No.
He had star years, but he wasn't a continuous star.
Who not star?
Mitch Richmond.
How you serious? How you figure that?
He wasn't.
How you figure that? He did what Boogie couldn't do with Sacramento.
He wasn't.
How you figure that?
All right, so I got a question for you on it. When it comes down to the okay, all right. So now this era is more offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got more offense, a lot more,
less defense.
A
lot more offense. Numbers look better, right?
Yeah.
Floor more spread.
Now y'all era had a different metric for who a star was, right?
Right.
So some guys in y'all era we don't look at as stars because those numbers weren't as polarizing.
As what
like
y'all doing
like
now.
yeah, like Reggie Miller averaging 18 a game isn't that
Yeah,
everybody
right.
do that now, right?
Even though he was that bull, right?
Right. We'll do now. So when we come to separating, right? When we come to separating, how many stars y'all got in your era? Y'all define where y'all cut off. Who's the star in your era? Like where does it stop? Like what makes somebody a star in your era? Because ours is numbers, right? Yours is different.
Me was your first of all, like I said, I'm going with mentality. But I'm going with consistency and the franchise that you might have carried on your back.
How far you get them?
How far you carried that franchise. You stayed with that franchise, you carried on your back, and was you a consistent star for that franchise? Like,
I mean,
The numbers do count.
how many years we talking?
I'm going by
Five.
6, 9. I go higher. You got to be
About eight.
between 6 to 8.
Because a lot of guys didn't start winning championships to about the 8th year.
Yeah, so about
about
6 to
the
8
year.
for me, about 6 to 8 years, you had to be on a team or carry the franchise. I mean, if you did anything less than that, then that means your impact on that franchise and that particular stamp on those 3-4 years had to be immense.
All right. So what if they, they get out the first round every year? Like they make it, but they can't get over the hump. Are they still stars to y'all? Like they just keep losing first round?
Maybe a star, but not a superstar.
I'm talking about like 8th seed. They just not. They're
just a star, but not superstar.
they-
to
But
me.
they can still be a star because
They
then
just-
that counts on the list. Are they still stars?
Yeah, because they make an all-star team.
Well, see,
They
but
make
see
an
the
all-star
difference.
teams
See,
and
again, the
first
difference.
teams and stuff like that.
You
know what I mean?
you broke down the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And if that was happening in this generation, no, I wouldn't consider that boy a star because of the way the system is set up. You should be able to do it. But back then, it was like you said, a lot more physical,
It's more tougher.
right? A lot more defense, and you didn't have the flexibility to do everything that you might have been capable of doing. Y'all had the flexibility to go, regardless of whatever your skill set. You can shoot, dribble, pass. Y'all got the flexibility to go. They was restricted. Like power forwards, like Webber talk about it. He could shoot threes. But if a big man took a 3 back in the day, they took you out the game.
You got bench.
You got bench. Like,
All right,
dude,
so-
that's not what you're here for.
Even if you make it, though.
Y'all
Right.
brought up Mutombo, so if y'all count Mutombo as a star, then Rudy Gobert's the star for us. Same thing.
No,
He was a player of the year. Yes, he's a
Yeah.
star.
How many defensive players you got?
Yeah, like
He got
and he
3.
might want again this year.
Yeah, I consider him a
So
star.
I would live with Rudy.
Yeah.
I would live with
I
Rudy.
consider him a star.
I got
He's a
that.
star, so Draymond's a star, right?
Yeah.
Why Draymond?
Draymond's a superstar, to be honest.
Yeah,
Nah, he got a star. He's star level to me. He's not a superstar.
he's a.
I would put him as a
he's definitely a
superstar.
star. He's definitely a
I
star.
say he's a star. He's not a superstar.
So he counts on the list, right?
But
That's
see,
two
You
more.
got to think about it. He's defensive
What's-
player of the year, what, two times, right?
He might get it this year.
Got three rings, and he was part of them getting the ring.
No, they needed
It's not
him.
like he was no
They
role
needed
player.
him,
He's
yeah.
not no role player,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's a superstar.
All right, so let me
Nah,
Draymond's a
star.
superstar.
All right, so let me see how many I can name.
Superstar because he ain't carrying nobody.
And a superstar. He's a star.
Nah, he's a star.
But
He
let me
ain't
see
carrying
how many. Let me see how many I can list from my era and see where y'all just stop me.
What's-
Rudy. I'm just gonna go for my era. Rudy,
Uh-huh.
Draymond,
Right.
Dame,
I agree.
These are stars.
Go ahead.
Yeah, stars.
Yeah, go ahead,
stars,
Steph. Go ahead.
Steph, KD,
Go ahead.
Clay. I got to do Clay.
60. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
argue.
60,
Go ahead.
33.
Yeah, go ahead, Clay.
Clay,
Yeah.
Bron,
All right.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep going so don't nobody stop me. We got Luka. Is Luka a star yet after the last 2-3 years? Or you need to see a couple? He's a star though.
I need to see.
But for the
see,
purpose of the conversation, but
I need personally for me. See, Luka got the mantle. They already dubbed him that just off his first year.
but his numbers kind of backed it up, so it made it easy.
But it was just
Like I'm not gonna
his
include
style,
Zion.
right.
Obviously, Zion's 1 year in.
Yeah, right, but his style of play also they dubbed him that. But me,
All right,
personally, I need to see a couple
all
more
right,
years
we take
of
this
Luka.
one.
I got put out.
So we got CP3. We got some of them new. I got Jimmy. Jimmy's a star, right? Jimmy's a star. He took him to the finals. He's a star.
He took him to the finals.
Yeah,
What
Jimmy
about Paul?
yeah.
Paul George's a star. Paul George's
He's
a
a
star.
star.
Kawhi, star, right?
Right.
Right.
We got Porzingis injured
No,
too, so I guess
Porzingis-
Joel's a star.
Right.
I just
What
don't
What
count
about
Joel.
Cat?
I just don't
Cat?
count Joel.
Yeah, Cat is a star.
Cat is not a star.
He's a star.
No,
He's a star.
not.
He's a star.
Nah, I
He's a
can't.
star.
I can't put.
He don't got this help. But
What
he's a
about
star.
Davis?
What Davis?
And he did, yeah, he definitely
AD,
started.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
he
not
definitely
counting Cat. You asked
Russ.
Russ, that's 21.
I already said CP, right?
Yeah, you're
So
assistant.
I got Russ. I got I'm just trying to go through people in my head. Let me know if y'all can name some while I'm trying to go through all these damn names.
You said Kyrie.
Is
22.
CJ a star?
CJ McCollum, no.
No, he tier 3, 2.
I wouldn't count CJ.
So where'd you put him at then?
I won't put CJ as a
Where'd you
star.
put him at then?
He's just a role player to me.
Nah, he ain't
Nah,
a role
he
player. He
ain't
ain't a role
He
player.
more than a role
You
player.
average over 20 a game. You ain't a role
He's
player.
second. He's second.
Yeah, he ain't a role player.
And you know what I
I
mean?
can't put him in. All right, put it this way. Everybody you named has either seen an All-Star team or made an All-Star team.
My definition of stars.
Alright, if you
I put you on the team and you make a difference. So like you can
you
introduce
got-
everybody.
but you
Where
got
would you put Drew?
what Drew?
Holiday.
Nah,
Is he right there with?
Nah, he not starting.
No, I'm just saying he averaging the same amount of points.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And he play better defense.
That's what I'm
And he
saying.
play better
I think
D.
you gotta be. See, for me, just to be a star, you gotta be considered an all-star in your career. Like you had to be an all-star somewhere. If you're not considered an all-star, I can't put you in that star level.
You also got
everybody you ran off for the most part made an all-star team.
But you got to compare who they win against. Like if LeBron and Giannis are in your position,
even if they're in your position, you still get the option of the coaches vote when you win. So
don't matter. You remember Dame was missing them because he couldn't, and Dame was a star and he was still missing them. So you like,
and Dame was still, but Dame eventually made what I'm saying.
I know eventually, but
I'm not saying
that. But Dame started making them when he started hitting them clutch shots.
But Dame was already a star when he was missing them.
Right, but he made one.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying is everybody.
About damn time.
Right. It took forever to get one, but he made one. What I'm saying is everybody you listed so far made an all-star.
All right, so
I can't put CJ there.
CJ's in the Ingram thing. He's in the Ingram tier.
Yeah.
Ingram tier.
Yeah, right. I can't put him.
All right, you say that. I can roll with that. Donovan Mitchell too soon.
Right.
I can't put him there yet.
Too soon.
He's a star, but for the purpose of conversation, a little bit too soon. From our metrics, a little bit too soon.
Yeah, I need a little more years for him.
All right, so I think I'm pretty much going to stop. It's probably more, but I'm pretty much going to stop there.
Now,
because everybody else, injured. Because Middleton, he's with that CJ.
Okay.
He's in that CJ class.
All right. So now for me, would you consider question? Tim Hardaway, what would you consider him?
No, to me, I consider him a star.
He's a star. I'll say him a star.
Tim Hardaway, you consider a star?
Because he's borderline Hall of Fame.
Clyde Drexler.
That's star.
All right. Grant Hill.
That's star.
Penny Hardaway.
That's a star.
Okay, so everybody's good. Reggie Miller.
That's a star.
Glenn Rice. He got a chip.
He got a chip, but he didn't get a chip with him being the main dude.
He got a chip.
But he wasn't the main guy.
He consecutive All-Star. He got an All-Star MVP. He got an All-Star MVP, dude. But he's one of the top 10 in three-point shooting.
I know, but I can't see him putting him on any team, and a team that's maybe a bottom feeder team, putting him on there, and now they enter the playoffs. Like if you can't do that, I can't put you as a star.
What you mean?
Like say if
he's saying lead his team.
Yeah, like a team like the team like 11th seed, and they're like not close. Then you add him to that team. Now they're in the playoffs. I can't see. I don't think
he took his team to the playoffs, both Miami and Charlotte.
But they weren't like bottom feeder teams already. You know what I'm saying? Like they had other pieces around.
Nah, Miami was bum team.
What seed did it take him to?
And so was Charlotte. One year, I think, they're like maybe the 5th or 6th seed.
No, then you had Mashburn with him?
Yeah, Mashburn with him.
Wait a minute, Charlotte?
Yeah. I'm asking you.
No, not.
Yeah, somebody with him.
I think he got Mashburn at the end of the year. I think his last 2 years, but not the years he was there.
Mashburn was at both. He was at Miami.
He was at Miami.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah, check it. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I'm looking now. He got
But keep going, man.
No, that's cool. No, I'll give you that one because I'm looking at the roster's not too crazy.
Yeah, the roster's not too crazy for Glenn Rice.
And he averaged him being 20. I'm seeing how many years he did it though, because I wanna.
It wasn't that many.
It wasn't that many years. Yeah, about 2 years. 2 years he kind of.
What, Charlotte? And then what he do in Miami?
Miami, they ain't his postseason numbers weren't 19 a game the first time, 13 a game the second time. So I'm not gonna count that as peak. But yeah, he kind of. He got to the
Lakers. He got the Lakers, right?
He got
borderline.
GP, I know you consider a star.
Yeah, that's easy.
Now we had this conversation. What do you consider Mitch Richmond?
See, Mitch don't.
He don't pop for you.
He don't pop for me, man. Like I feel like
he took Sacramento to the playoffs with less help than Boogie had.
I know, but how many years was he Mitch?
About 5-6 years.
You got to count his Golden State.
Got to count his Run TMC years at Golden State. That's what I'm saying. That's why I got him in there. He was part of Run TMC with Golden State. So you got to count that. Then you go to the Sacramento years.
I count him because he got some second NBA teams. I count him. If you make an All NBA team, either one of them you'll start. Multiple years you'll start.
Right.
That just kind of so I count.
All right, so he in there, and then like I said, the rest of the dudes are like Mount Rushmore for me. Mike, Scotty, Shaq, Mutombo, Pat, Alonzo. All right, Lonzo Mourning. What do you consider him?
He's a star.
I want to hear what he considered him based off his criteria.
If I got Rudy in there, Alonzo Mourning's a star.
Okay, I just want to see.
If I got Draymond and Rudy in there, I can't disregard Mourning.
All right, so like I said, Mourning. Then you know Charles, Carl, Stockman, Kemp. What about Kemp? Rainman. What do you consider Rainman?
What he had about? Well, he took his team to the finals. He a star. He got to be that.
All right, and then Reggie. You know, like you said with Reggie.
You know Reggie, yeah. His numbers ain't crazy, but
he part of that 50, 40, 90 club.
Even if you.
What about
impact alone?
Huh?
What about LJ?
Well, Larry Johnson.
They got to the finals.
I know, but
Grandmama.
What about LJ?
Grandmama.
They got to the finals. And that team right there.
Grandmama, and then him and Warren was a decent Charlotte.
He hit the shot. That shot is one you remember too.
Right.
3-point play plus the 5.
I can't play.
They still talk about.
I can't put a 2-time All-Star in the start. I can't do it. He was only 2-time. I can't do it.
Then he got all defensive.
Then
he got some.
He made second team one other time. I can't.
All right, so you don't got it. That's fine. That's fine. I ain't have LG. I ain't have LG on my list.
Try.
I have LG on my list. And then like I said, everybody else is the top boys. Chris Webber, Tim Duncan, David Robinson. I ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
And then Dennis. What do you think about Dennis? That's the other question. I want to know what you think
about
Dennis. Yes.
He's starting his role. So the same reason I put Gobert as a star, the same reason I put him.
So Dennis goes.
Because his role. He's starting his role.
So we add that up.
Because he like Draymond. He's almost like Draymond.
Yeah, not like game wise,
not game wise, but impact.
He's starting his role.
Impact on his team.
Right.
So in that metric,
we almost had the same amount of numbers.
I think I got like 2. I think I got you by 2. I think I got you by 2. That's why I did that.
I'm like 20 to 22, something like that.
Yeah, it's 2022. I think I got you by 2.
Kyle Lowry, is he a star?
Who?
Kyle Lowry.
No.
He's a star.
He's a star.
All right.
Yeah,
that's 21 for you. You got one more, you tie.
Right.
Find me one more, you tie.
All right, so if we, so look, like I'm saying, so we come, it's borderline. If we could, if we talking about who got more impactful players, it'd be a whole different.
Yeah.
Y'all might have that one. But let us know what y'all think. Who got more stars? I mean, we talking about the 90s or up till now. Who got more stars?
Right.
Let us know what y'all think. So let's talk about it. Peace.